Video number 7 is on safety. Alrighty, so we have an evacuation plan for every classroom. I am verbally telling you now, but I can also give you an actual visual if it's not, making sense by me verbally telling you. When you're here, I could always physically walk you through the evacuation plan. So for nursery, if there was an emergency and we needed to evacuate the building, the nursery exit is through the Kingdom Kids door, which is located by the TV and the crib. So you would walk through that door to get into the Kingdom Kids classroom, and then you would exit out the back door that leads into the alleyway. And then you would exit the building and go to the back alley, and then go to the safety meeting spot, which is by the skate ramp. All right. For the Little Lambs classroom, you're going to exit the glass door that leads to the playground. If for whatever reason that glass door is locked from the inside, then you go out the main classroom door, walk towards the gate that leads to the alley, and then head safely to the meeting spot, which is the skate ramp. So when you exit the Little Lambs classroom, you would go out to the playground door, so then you're outside, and then you go through the gate that leads to the back alley because it's open, and then you would head to the skate ramp. All right, Kingdom Kids. There is a door in the Kingdom Kids classroom that leads to the back alley, so you just go straight out that back door. It's located on the same wall as the TV, and then it leads to the alley, and then you would head safely to the meeting spot, which is the skate ramp. Real Kids. Alright, so the Real Kids are going to exit through the side door located on the left, which is when you're facing the stage. You're going to head to the playground, then exit the playground through the gate that leads to the alley. That's the same route as the to the Little Lambs. Same route as the Little Lambs as far as what you do when you get out on the playground. Okay, so you're going to head to the playground, then exit the playground through the gate that leads to the alley, and then head safely to the meeting spot, which is the skate ramp. Alrighty, so the Real Kids classroom has, all the classrooms have a first aid kit, but the Real Kids classroom has a first aid kit. It also has a fire extinguisher and the emergency backpack. The refrigerator that's located in the hallway of the Sanctuary Kids wing has ice packs. Okay, so incident report. That sheet, there's several sheets located in each classroom. That is to be filled out if a child, behaviorally, if there needs to be some communication to the parent or even to me. If a child was to get hurt and blood was drawn, that needs to be filled out. If a child was bruised, like any kind of mark left on their body, if they were bitten by another child, and if there was a bump. And as far as behaviors go, if they broke any of our core values. So when you write an incident report, you need to give it to the parent, and then take a picture of it, so then you can text it to me, so then I have some form of verification of what took place in case a parent circles back around and says, hi, this happened to my child, do you know anything about it? I need to be able to say, yes, I do, I have the same sheet as you. Okay, bathroom. So, lots of scenarios can play out when a child has to go to the bathroom or a teacher needs to go to the bathroom. So first, let's go over if a child has to go to the bathroom. So if you have two teachers, you're golden. If you have a teacher and a minor, youth helper or junior helper, as the teacher, the adult, you need to stay within the classroom or on the playground. So what you do is you put yourself in the doorway of the classroom or the playground, so your eyes and ears can still see the youth helper and the junior helper, and then the junior helper stands in the middle of the hallway of the Sanctuary Kids bathroom and the wall, and everybody can see and hear each other. The teacher is still able to see and hear what's going on either in the classroom or the playground, as well as what's happening with the junior helper or the youth helper. The ideal bathroom situation is when you have an adult take the children to the bathroom. It's 3 children at a time, and then we want the adult to hold open the bathroom door so they can hear and see as much as they can when the children are using the restroom and the bathroom stalls are closed. We don't need to go into the stalls, but if we can have the bathroom door open while they're going to the bathroom, if they were to fall or get hurt or need help, that gives us easier access to them to see what's happening. If a child needed assistance in the bathroom, if they needed a change of clothes or needed to be wiped in any way, shape, or form, you can text me and I can get a hold of the parent. Okay, for parent notification, if a parent needs to pick up their child behaviorally just is not listening to us, if the child just cannot be consoled, if we just need to get a hold of the parent, text me and then I will reach out to the parent. Okay, playground. So we have equipment on that playground that all age groups are using. So when I've observed the children playing on the playground, especially the older children, ages 7 to 11, they will climb on things. They'll climb on the outer parts of the playground, and this is where I draw the line. So if I see that their bodies can physically do something, whether it's climb, stand on top of the turtle and balance properly, and if they're doing it safely, I'm okay with that. If there's a kid on top of the turtle and there's another kid on top of the turtle and they're wrestling, that's not going to happen. I will not let them climb on the outer parts of the playground though, so that is a no. So again, we want them to use the playground equipment properly, but if they're also exploring their body, meaning they're able to do certain things, we want to encourage that as well, but we want to always be making sure it's done safely. Okay, another thing. So if and when you are using your cell phone to take a picture or a video, or using your cell phone to take a picture of an incident report, and then you're going to send it to me, make sure that you delete that, because that is property of the churches. That goes for videos of the children, pictures of the children, or taking pictures of the incident report. You're more than welcome to do that if you want to send it to me and then I post it. But once you do that, you need to make sure that you delete it from your phone, because again, that's property of the churches, and you don't have parent consent that you're to take pictures and videos of these parents' children and then posting it, posting it to your social media. But the church, however, has permission from families to post to our social media pages. So make sure you follow that guideline. Again, if you take pictures or videos of the children to send to me so that I can post it to the church's website, that is okay, but you need to make sure it's deleted once you do that. Okay, adults in the classroom. So if we have deacons or security or guests coming in to do speaker, speaking events, they are not allowed to be left alone with the children unless they've gone through the orientation process. So I will always communicate that to you, but you as Dream Team members have gone through the process, you've been background checked, so you are allowed to be in the room with children alone. But other guests cannot be left alone with the children. One of our teachers that's gone through the process has to be in the room with them. Okay. And also, if you have an adult entering into the classroom, ask them, say, hi, can I help you? Don't just let any adult that's not me or one of the teachers enter into the classroom. Like if it is a deacon or a security person, identify them. Say, especially if you don't know them, or hey, is like everything okay? So that way you're always in the know of what's happening. Okay, health and hygiene. If a child is constantly coughing, has discharge from the nose, they need to be at home. So kindly let parent know child is too sick to attend class. So if you're not comfortable making that judgment call, always just text me. If a child gets any bodily fluid on their clothes, contact director by text or call me so the parent can be picked up, and keep the child separated from the other children or the toys. Alright, serving snack. So hand sanitizer is there to be used before and after snack. Gloves are optional since we do not have direct contact with preparing the food. That is why each classroom is equipped with a food shovel. So we're never touching the food with our hands. Our hands are cleaned for serving the food, just like we would serving our family at home. Okay, checking out. So always have your attendance clipboard on you in the classroom or on the playground. So just bring it with you wherever you go. You don't know if a child is going to be picked up early, and if they are, then you need to check that column on the attendance sheet that they were checked out. If you don't recognize the parent or the person picking up the child, that's what those check-in labels are for. So you ask for that and make sure it matches the digits that are on the child's name tag. Our most consistent verification for checkout is when you, as a teacher, check mark the box on the attendance sheet and then turn it into the director. Always confirm the adult's relationship to the child if the person is not recognizable. So like if I don't recognize the adult picking up the child, I'll say, oh wait, so are you grandma of so-and-so? And then they'll say yes, and then the child will agree to, and then I release them. But we can always ask to see an ID if we need further verification before releasing a child. Alright, as a courtesy to our families, we allow a 15-minute grace period once families are dismissed from the gathering to pick up the child. Director and First Impressions team will assist teachers by bringing these children to families so you can get started on cleaning and closing the classroom. Alright, physical touch guidelines. So, if a child doesn't need to be held, refrain from having child sit on your lap, holding them or picking them up. We want to teach them how to self-soothe and be independent while away from their parent for a short time. Minor contact confidentiality agreement. Alright, so conversations with minors, including fellowship and or counseling, should take place in a designated area that is easily visible to others. Any adult alone with a minor in a car, home, office, or room with the door closed and no window and without parent consent is prohibited. Keep conversations with minors on the here and now. Dream Team members should not discuss personal matters with minors. And that even goes with teacher to teacher. If you're co-teaching with a teacher, make sure to keep, again, personal conversations to a minimal and keep your focus on the children. If a parent or pastor, any of the pastors, perceives that you're in the classroom having conversation with the teacher and your focus is off the children, that could potentially lead to a conversation where we're in my office and saying, hey, this behavior doesn't look good, it's not safe for the children, like what is going on? So, yes. Okay. Mandated reporters. So, any signs of child abuse or suspected child abuse needs to be reported to director. So, forms of abuse would include emotional, physical, sexual, and or neglect. So, we never want to assume, but then we never want to just not trust maybe our gut. So, always set up a time to talk with me if you are suspecting that any child is being abused. Alright, again, we are here to provide a safe, dynamic, and fun environment for our children and our families, but sometimes that does happen, and being that we are caregivers, we may be exposed to that in our lifetime. Okay, cell phones. I've said it before, I am okay with you having your cell phone in the classroom. It is how we communicate to each other. It is like a form of, it is I think, a more efficient form of like a walkie-talkie. Since the classrooms, since there's doors and walls and we're not able to just communicate um, during gatherings, that's how we will communicate via cell phone. But make sure if you are on your cell phone that you position yourself with the children in front of you. So, like you would never want to be like this on your cell phone and the kids behind your back. So yes, make sure if you're checking your cell phone or calling me or texting me that you position yourself so the children are where they need to be, and then or if you need to, if there is an emergency or some kind of situation where you need to call me or text me and you need to like focus, have all the children sit down, put their hands in their lap, and say, everyone, we're going to play the quiet game right now. Please sit down with your hands in your lap. So that way you set yourself up for success when you're in a moment of crisis. All right, that's it for our safety video.